Welcome to this video. My name is Dennis and welcome to the channel. I'm a new owner. I'm an owner of a Ducati Desert X and I'm going to talk about the first ride, the pickup and the first impression that I got from this bike. This video is not scripted in any way or it's not paid for in any way. I just want to share my first raw impressions, and after a while I will make a review about the bike, and also will make some video series about how we're going to modify it, which accessories we're going to add on, and this is just part one of the video. The first impressions, I bought this bike a week ago, so I'm a relatively fresh owner of the bike. And the first thing I noticed when I bought this bike, that this bike is more, it looks much better in the flesh than on the pictures. I really think this bike is really good on a photo or on the camera, but it's even better in real life. The bike is so, it has so many details, small things like, I'm looking at it right now, small things like the rear sprocket is really detailed. The windscreen is awesome with all the how do you say that, the graphics on it. I really like the headlight. I think the headlight is iconic in a way, and that's one thing I really like about bikes, is that they are iconic in their own way. I'm really a little bit of classic bike lover. I do love retro bikes, and this bike for an ADV, it ticks all the boxes. The second thing, when I first rode it, when I first started up, is it doesn't sound like the best bike I've ever heard. It's because of all the regulations regarding to Euro 5 and that sort of stuff, but yeah, it has a really high whistle and I don't like it. So I'm going to change the exhaust, maybe only the slip-on, or maybe a decat, I don't know. But I'm going to change it, so that's in the build series. That's one thing I noticed. The engine is really peppy, so it responds really fast and it's more responsive than the engine of the BMW GS that I have. Of course it has less horsepower and less torque, but still, yeah, it's pretty good. The third thing I really noticed is that the bike is really light. So, of course, it's a heavy bike, but considering what you get for the bike and how big it is, it's pretty light. If you compare it with the BMW GS that I have, for example, it's much lighter. It's more maneuverable. It's definitely not top heavy. It doesn't feel like it. Yeah, and the weight is perfect for me. What else did I notice? Yeah, the heated grips. I've installed the factory heated grips on it, or I had it installed. I bought this bike at Moto Hippo. That's a really good dealership. I had the factory heated grips installed and they do get quite warm, but they don't get toasty. I think they're perfect, because if I compare them to, let's say, the heated grips of my R1200 RTP, those things have two settings. It's too cold, or it's really toasty and it burns your hands. So there's no in between. And this bike has three settings and it's perfect for me. And you get a little notification on the display that it's on, so that's perfect. Yeah, I really like that. They've put a lot of thought in the bike. So they really thought about things like, okay, how are we going to do the luggage, how are we going to, can we make the brake lever adjustable, for example. That's also really cool. You can remove the seat, the back seat, and you have a small sort of plate, and then you can put on your luggage. I will show that in a later video, not for now, but it's really cool. It has a standard radiator protector, so that's also a thing that I noticed, because not a lot of bikes get them at factory. And also it is a plastic radiator protector. It's good for the road, but not when you're doing really hard off-road, I think. But yeah, it's perfect for now. And it also has a beefy bash plate. Of course, it's not a thick plate of metal like let's say bash plate from Altrider or something like that. But it does do something, it does do the job, so I think it's perfect for now. Of course, I'm going to upgrade it. Also, one thing I noticed is that the front fender is a bit too short. So there's a lot of rain and mud pushed against the radiator, so that's one thing I should extend and make even better. The mirrors are pretty good. I did change them for other mirrors. I'm going to show that in the upgrade videos. And yeah, it's pretty good bike. It's light, as I said, maneuverable. It's fast enough. The quick shifter is pretty good. It is a quick shifter that only works good if you get really good on the throttle, but it's better than the quick shifter I have on my BMW GS. They call it a Shift Assist Pro on the BMW GS, and this one is pretty good. Oh yeah, and there's one gripe that I have with the bike for now, and that is the windshield. The windshield is too short for me, or too tall, I don't know, but I do get a lot of turbulence when you go around, let's say 70 miles an hour or 110 kilometers an hour. You do get a lot of wind buffeting. I am 1.85 meters or something like that, so for me it's not perfect, but I will look into it to change this, or maybe add some air deflectors or something like that. But that's the only gripe I have until now. I'm really happy. I'm a real happy owner of the new Ducati, and I hope I will be even happier after all the upgrades I've got. To give you a sneak peek what kind of upgrades I have for the bike, we're going to do luggage, we're going to do protection, we're going to add a sticker set, probably we're going to change the exhaust, we're going to change the brake levers, we're going to add Garmin Sumo XT, we're going to add some SP Connect mounts. I want to make this bike to have two faces. Maybe I should call them Harvey, like Two-Face. But I want to make it good for the road. So I want to give it luggage, hard luggage, and I also want to make it good for off-road. So I want to give it also soft luggage, and also want to give it protection for off-road. I just want to make this bike, yeah, a two-face bike, a multi-purpose, dual sport, everything bike. And I think this bike is the perfect base for that. I think we will make a really good bike out of this. So if you want to know more, please subscribe and give a like and a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.